The printed word is fading from view. Get over it. It's ironic that my most recent newspaper column was about the decline and fall of the written word. The written word had a great run, starting perhaps as many as 6,000 years ago with Sumerian cuneiform. Writing has to compete today with more compelling and natural forms of human communication. Audio and video such as this often served on the internet. Many people bemoan the decline of printed material. They equate the rise of the internet and inexpensive to produce video and audio coming at the detriment of printed words as a decline in civilization. You may be someone who holds this opinion. And it's easy to understand this sense of loss and disconnectedness caused by the technological shift. At its core, though, the attitude is elitist and reminiscent of the Luddites. This attitude ignores the democratic nature of the shift from printed to electronic communication. Our time is limited, so we elect to use our time in the way that makes the most sense to ourselves. Most people prefer to watch TV, listen to music, audiobooks, or podcasts, or surf the internet over reading a book, newspaper, or magazine. Writing and the written word is just not natural. We must be schooled to read and write. It was the best disciplined, most efficient way to communicate or archive information when alternatives were word of mouth, painting, or smoke signals. The use of the written word exploded over the course of civilization because of this. Johannes Gutenberg's invention of movable type printing accelerated the use of the printed word in Western culture and eventually worldwide. Public schooling further accelerated this trend. Public schools, grades kindergarten through 12, are conservative by nature. They are slow to change, and they revel in the written word, having had centuries to perfect their skills in teaching and assessing its use. Our teachers are written word experts. They are rarely expert in the creation and use of video and audio. And our children learn how to produce video and audio from each other, from Hollywood, YouTube, and other sites on the internet, having eclipsed the education system in their understanding and use of these newer technologies. I find that listening to a well-narrated audiobook trumps the written word. The narrator, often a professionally trained actor, brings the author's words to life. The narrators often employ different voices for different characters. Nonfiction is also enhanced by having it spoken versus reading it yourself. Tables, charts, and images are missing pieces. I view audio and video as being to the written word as oil painting is to drawing with a pencil. These activities require training and discipline. The author, artist, or director has to tell a story, communicate what is on their mind. The better the storytelling, the more likely the audience will appreciate the effort. Mastering oil painting is more difficult than drawing. The painter begins with a sketch, but adds color, stroke, technique, and dimension, as well as form and perspective. The same is true of audio and video. One begins with a script and then fills in the detail, enhancing it and ultimately creating something very different. And creating good video requires many more skills than writing a script. While schools may be slow to adopt technology, many librarians understand what is happening and are changing. Librarians are evolving their missions from being keepers and lenders of printed material. Our local libraries, Westport and Wilton, Connecticut, spring to mind, have become public facilities for all types of human communication. They have public computer terminals, they lend audiobooks and videos, they host movies, and have many seminars. They make online audiobook borrowing available via the services of the Online Computer Library Center, also known as NetLibrary. So, if libraries are moving beyond the printed word, shouldn't we all?